Them gone. But you know, there's a lot to talk about. Because I can tell you that one of the major observations and realizations that you come to when you're in this profession is that you realize these people do not care about you. You can drop dead and them no business. This is why the sentiment and the mood and the morale of the teachers within this academic year has been so low that people just, them not care. They're at the point right now where if you come and you say, oh, I noticed that you're not doing this, and I noticed you haven't been to class on time, and I noticed we don't get a lesson plan and this and that, and I noticed da 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 da, and you're there just listening and saying, you know, I say, all right, yes, sir, I'll get to it. And then they don't get to it. And then they don't get to it. People don't care. Them no business. Them reach them limit. There's a finite amount of care and it run right out. It done. You understand? Like, you see like all this? Yeah? When it done, you know. There's nothing left. There's no amount of care that them have left for this thing. And this is what is interesting and ironic. These people are behaving as if you must not know about me, you must not know about me. Or you must not know about me, you must not know about me. I hate that song, by the way. I'm not even going to go into why. I'll explain that on another page. But long story short, them behave like, well, we can easily replace you. We have so many options. There's so many people that want to come here. Delusional. Yeah? It's like you believe you can replenish. Yeah. So, as I was saying, they feel like they can just replace you. And maybe they can. But the person they're replacing you with is not going to stay. They're not staying. You're replacing dedicated teachers with just teachers who want them experience. That's all you're doing. You're not going to get the people who stood there for 5, 8, 10 years. And then look at the benefits. You have to work 5 years in a position. Maybe I should have done this at night. Yeah, where was I again? Yeah. I can have another you in a minute. Yeah. That's what they think. And it don't go like that. Teachers are leaving this country to go into other countries to teach. What are teachers, or rather, what are the academic institutions of Jamaica doing to attract international teachers to come here? Can they do that? Can they? So can they do it? Can they get the attraction? Do they have a pull factor? Do you have a pull factor? Can you get, teachers from other countries to come here? Can you guarantee that? Can you get that? Can you? That don't even matter to me. It doesn't. Because I'm working with 3 particular audiences. Right? PEP, City and Guilds, CSEC. So, this is the problem. I've always said it to myself and to other teachers. The reason why they feel like they can do these things is because you give away your power. They shouldn't be able to give you something that you can't give to yourself. I don't need them to get students to come to my classes. I don't need a school for that. I don't need any of your academic institutions for that. Me no need to know. If you want to go Metal Gear Solid about it, I want to be big boss with outer heaven. This is my outer heaven. Outside of your influence, outside of your control, outside of your demands and requirements of me. Where I subscribe to my own rules and my own laws and regulations. I self-regulate. Yeah, I discipline myself. Yeah, I dress comfortably and professionally at the same time without somebody attempting. And that's another thing too. They are more concerned with disciplining teachers than they are with holding parents accountable and disciplining the students. They're more, in other words, a lot of the scrutiny is on the teacher them. There's no requirement and demand on the students, no requirement and demand on admin. It's just the teacher them alone I get pressure. The teacher them alone I get pressure. So, rather than waste your time trying to change the decline, invest in your own mine. You own a gold mine, coal mine, diamond mine. As long as you take care of your treasure, build something for yourself. Yeah? Honor your commitments, build a brand there. Yeah? Honor your commitments, carry a cane. Never allow yourself to mate. Honor the name. Right? Yeah? There's a lot. And I feel like there's some of it that I don't even address yet. But rather than just ramble on and on forever, right? I'll just close. And by the way, you saw the logos over there, the WhatsApp business and the LinkedIn, right? This is the other thing. I want you to look at Ministry of Education, government, and admin as sort of like a toxic ex. Look them in the face and say to them, listen to me. Listen to me and listen to me very loud and clear. You're not the best I can do. You understand? I've attracted better than you. I've slept with better than you. Quite frankly, I may very well be better than you. I'm better off without you than with you. I try to collaborate with you. And the only thing that's happened to me is that I've been on the decline. My spirit has declined. My motivation, my inspiration, my creativity, all of that has declined since my collaboration with you. So let me explain this to you in the most painful way I can possibly say it. You are not the best I can do. You hear me? Repeat after me. You are not the best I can do. Yeah? Don't believe the hype. This, I can do bad all by myself. I can do that. You can't. Because if we leave, if I leave, just me, not even anybody else, but just me, if I leave, you will see a further decline. You will see that. I recognize my own power. I recognize my own influence. So nobody can make me feel minimized. You know, as if I'm not doing enough. I'm doing too much for the ungrateful. So we need to stop being good to the wrong people. That is what teachers have come to the realization of. You're being good to the wrong person. Be good to yourself and leave them alone. Leave the institution alone. Let them sink. Let them drown. Let them flop. Let them. Because one day they're going to call you back. And you're going to say no to all of that. One day they're going to call you back and you're going to say, it's funny how you only know me when the trophy them show up in my home again. The phone in them show up in my zone again and phone me when like someone want to show with them. We never known for blend the phone in them when they am home with them. You know me been like somebody when them home me rent but don't pretend. That's why I never roll with them. You get to say that to them. Yeah. You get to say that to them. You get to say that to them. You're not the best I can do. Treat them like a toxic ex. Let your ex know. You're not the best I can do. If you have to tell government that, if you have to tell Ministry of Education that, if you have to tell JTA that, tell everybody. There's nothing you can do for me. Nothing at all. I can teach you how to get WhatsApp messages on your phone from creating a Facebook video. I can teach you how to do that. And you will have to pay me. You will have to pay me. We not do nothing for free. Yeah? You should have treasured me while I was around. Yeah. You should have treasured me while I was around. So the moral of the story is that, you see me up here, the ideas, not a graveyard. A lot of people talk about I have ideas and no execution. And if only you knew what you were talking about, you'd understand that I have over 12 WhatsApp channels. Over 12. I have a Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube page for at least 6 profiles. Yeah? So do the maths. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Oh, and WhatsApp too. So 6 by 5, do the maths. Just do the maths. When you become the kind of person, like, let me put it to you like this. As a teacher, nowadays, before you pass away, try to be like Steve Jobs before he passed away. Steve Jobs, CEO of Apple, former CEO of Apple, and both times, yeah, he founded the company, and his board of directors decided that they didn't think he was taking them in the right direction anymore, so they booted him out. And for years, he just accepted that fate. Until one fateful day, they crawled back, begged him to take back the company and bring it back to its former glory. Not only did he do that, but to this day, his legacy is still in Apple right now, since his demise. Since the time he came back and brought it back to prominence. The idea of the iPod and every other new device, the iDis, iDat, and all of those were his ideas. All of that was Steve Jobs. So you imagine, that's the kind of person you want to be. Become the Steve Jobs of your teaching profession. Okay, sure, you can fire me, you can let me go. Cool. But I'm not dead for hungry. I'm not dead for hungry. You don't feed me. If anything, you actually deprive me. You deprive me of many things. So when you come to the realization, when you know your worth, when you know how valuable you are and how powerful you are and how much influence you have and how much change you can make without them, by creating your own outer heaven, when you know that these people don't have the staying power that they think they have. You ever hear it in the dating market? What do you bring to the table? Or I am the prize. They seem to think they're the prize. But what if you can live without that? What if they're the prize and you can live without them? Then what does that make them? All it does is make them pearls to swine. Yeah? That's it. Pearls to swine. You're just an encyclopedia to a monkey. I mean, they're not going to read it. They'd rather be entertained swinging from branch to branch, living a simpler life. No. So, I could have closed a long time ago, but I guess I can close out. My message to you, every teacher, especially in Jamaica, let me contextualize it. In Jamaica, if you're a teacher in Jamaica, know this: you are the prize, not them. Walk out and see what happened to them. This is like what it is like to be a man in today's age, because they seem to think they can do better without you, and oftentimes it's not the case. It's not. Watch. Build your own. Create something of your own. Create something that they cannot take from you. Create something that they cannot take from you. All in and get up and talk about, oh, you need to have a teacher's license and this and that foolishness, and you say, I teach online. You don't have a jurisdiction over the internet, so even if you want to stop me from teaching face to face, I teach online. You can't stop the money. You know, no imagination. You're lame. And also, I come here for holidays anyway. I only come to Jamaica in the summer, so what you gonna say? What you gonna say? I teach elsewhere, then I come to Jamaica and I give my people my time when I'm there. What you gonna say to that? Yeah, man. Be unstoppable. Be unmovable. Be that. Don't make these people rob you of your power. Don't make them do it. Don't make them make you feel like because you don't have this institution backing you that you are nothing. This is not the blacklist and this is not the cabal. It's not that. There is nothing you can do for me. Nothing. Yeah. So, I'm not telling you to adopt the mindset. All I'm doing is just saying, It's right here. If it even mean you have to start it from your own house, start your own class then. You don't need them classroom. You don't need their mark book. You don't need them attendance register. You don't need it. Do not let them trick you. Don't make them con you into thinking that you have to work for them. Work for yourself. Work for yourself. Nah, say nothing else.